Hi, this is Raman, your instructor from Alberta Real Estate School. In this video, we'll take a look at what to expect in the practice of mortgage brokerage exam. First thing to keep in mind as you go into this exam is that it's all computer-based exam, which means you will need your RECA login ID to be able to log in and access the exam. You can do the exam from the exam center, so you can book it at the exam center, or you can do it from your home and write the exam online. Both options are available to you. There are 100 questions on the exam, and you need 70% to pass, which means you will need to have 70 questions correct. Although I suggest you don't just count on the 70 questions, try to get into the 80s because it's a lot less stressful. The exam is all multiple choice questions, and you have 3 hours to complete the exam. In terms of the type of questions to expect on the exam, again, expect a lot of scenario type questions. They will tie different concepts together, so you need to make sure that you understand the concepts really well. You need to understand what the different requirements are in terms of income. You need your different calculations down really well. So this exam has a lot more calculations than the previous exam, so the focus needs to be a little bit on the calculation. The entire exam is not calculation, though the majority of the questions are still theoretical questions. You need to understand the concepts, but there will be more calculation questions, which means you need to take your calculator to the exam with you. Make sure you don't forget that, because it's a special calculator, so you need that particular calculator in the exam. Okay, one pro tip. Make sure you don't linger on the questions that you don't know the answer to in the exam, because the 3 hours can go by really fast. So if you don't know the answer, especially with the calculations, because those can take a long time, make sure you flag the question and you can come back to it once you have gone through all the questions. You will be able to see all the flagged questions. So make sure you come back to it and don't just linger on it. Another thing to keep in mind, if there's a question on the exam that doesn't make sense, where multiple options are correct and they're only asking you to pick one, or there is some confusion in terms of what they're actually asking you on the exam, make sure you provide feedback to RECA. There is a notes section in the exam software where you can write notes to RECA. RECA does pay attention to these, so please make sure if you come across some questions that don't make sense, please make sure you give feedback to RECA. So if you're the type of person who likes to learn through video, especially with those calculations, if you want somebody to show you the calculations step by step, I invite you to check out our course at www.albertarealestateschool.com. All our courses are video based, so I take you through all the concepts myself, and I will also show you the step-by-step calculations. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.